Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Hey guys, I'm Susan Torborg and I'm your host. I'm the director of Melaleuca's R3 program, and I'm really excited that you're tuning in tonight for 30 minutes because it shows me that you care about your health. And I want you to know that you're in the right place because I love Melaleuca's approach to wellness because our approach is different. It's about mission. It's about mission driven, and we're all about total wellness, total health, and we want you to live your healthiest, most vibrant, happiest life. And tonight we're going to be focusing on your physical wellness, primarily focusing on metabolic health. And my goal tonight for you is that before you leave, you feel confident and excited that you are ready to share with yourself or with someone else, or you write it down, that you know what 1% change you're going to be making in your habits tonight. So we're going to go through habits. We're going to talk about that. And why don't we get started? So good to be with you guys. Happy Wellness Wednesday. And I want to start with one of my favorite pictures. Okay. So here we go. This picture is my heart. It's everyone who is passionate about Melaleuca. It makes me feel connected to you guys because I know there's thousands of you globally that love R3 and that you're passionate about your health and you're passionate about sharing R3 with others. And last August, we had our first annual summit, and we had 150 people fly into Idaho Falls. And when they left, I want to share with you what happened. And I see your hearts in your hands, and I feel your love. So thank you. Okay. So Brittany Pollock, top left, she is from Minnesota. A couple months after she left the summit, so it was January 2025, she had the most amazing R3 event in her hometown. And she invited over 70 people. They were in a room and I was a guest. I brought creamy taco soup. They loved it. We trained about R3. We trained about the habits and the principles, and she is changing hundreds and hundreds of lives, and her team is on fire. You can see Sadie Colvis, top middle right there, showing her guns, living total wellness and health. Last week, I was in Orlando, Florida, and you look at the picture on the top right. Such an amazing team. Sue Statler, Terry Jackson, Crystal Brambarski, they are on fire for R3. There were over 100 people who showed up for their Saturday event, and I am still flying high from that event and recovering. Bottom middle, that's a picture, a glimpse into the summit from last August, and it was amazing. We had trainings, we had personal stories, we had live demos. We had outdoor activities. You can see that's where Sadie is, top middle, and then our hiking middle on the top left. Bottom right, there's the Orlando team just rocking R3 and inspiring people. This coming weekend, we're going to see Courtney Martin in Louisiana for a huge R3 event. And then a couple weeks later, I'm flying to Madison, Wisconsin with Susan Stouffer, and the requests are coming in. The beautiful thing is that we live and share R3 online on social media. But what's happening now is that we're bringing those online relationships into our local communities, and we're sharing that, and we are just helping people improve their lives right where we live. A couple of years ago at convention, I shared Donna Bates' story. She's on the left there on your screen. Absolutely incredible. I shared it in one of the R3 workshops. So if you haven't been to convention yet, it's in May. Go online on melaleuca.com, learn about it, and be there. Lives change there. My life changed there many, many years ago. That was like a catalyst. That was a 1% change in my life, in my Melaleuca journey. So Donna Bates followed R3. She lost 117 pounds. But the beautiful thing is that she's able to maintain it. And that gets me really excited because I truly believe that anyone can lose weight. But when you truly grow in the principles of R3 and you're living the 7 healthy habits, your life changes, and now it becomes a lifestyle, and it's about improving your total health and your total wellness. We have Sue Statler in the middle, and she's from Orlando, Florida. I just hugged her. I just loved her. I still feel her in the flesh right now. She's a senior director 8, and she lost 98 pounds with R3. And she made a goal of standing at an R3 sign at an advance. I think it was Atlanta or Orlando. And then a couple of years later, she came back to that advance at her goal, almost 100 pounds, and she is maintaining it. And that's a beautiful thing. Kim Massengill just reached out to me. Love her. One of her best friends for over 25 years is Melanie Crawford. Melanie Crawford is a director 4 from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and she lost 86 pounds. These stories are just a tip of the iceberg. We have stories coming in every single day. I can't keep track of it. When someone asks me what's a success story, sometimes I can't even think of one because there's thousands, they're global. So a couple weeks ago, I forget what time it was. I think it was super early in the morning. I received a Facebook message from Duncan Chu. And Duncan Chu just walked across the stage at the convention in Taiwan, and he earned President's Club. Duncan Chu is on fire with R3. People are attracted to him because look at his results. I don't know how much weight he lost because I don't speak Taiwanese, but we do exchange hearts and smiles and messages here and there and pictures. But I can tell that he lost a lot because his belly looks different and his body looks different, and he has more energy and he's smiling more and he's helping so many other people that it helped him. It was definitely a helping little nudge to get him across the stage and earn President's Club. So I'm hearing lots of success in people's businesses, and that makes me super, super happy because that's one of the reasons R3 is here. But number one, it's about health. And I want to talk about 3 conditions that affect your health. And they affected my health in my early 20s, and now I'm in my mid 50s. So that was 30 years ago. I was in full-blown metabolic syndrome. And 30 years ago, it was called Syndrome X. I didn't know what it was. I just knew that it was hard to lose weight. I was addicted to sugar. I was compulsively eating. I was exhausted. And my sugars would drop when I would be in the gym. And the only thing that would help is for me to go get a blow pop or candy. And then I was just in this cycle. So I want to give just a couple facts about metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance, and leptin resistance, okay? So now's your time to get paper and a pen and just take some notes. We're not going to go in full detail like we do at the summit annually, but I just want to plant some seeds so you understand the importance of R3 and why we follow yes and no foods that are based on the glycemic index. R3 is based on science and psychology, so let's just touch a little bit about science right now. Metabolic syndrome is not a disease. Rather, it's a group of risk factors that are lumped together. So these risk factors lead to heart disease, stroke, or type 2 diabetes. The risk factors include abdominal obesity, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high triglycerides, and low HDL cholesterol. Let me shut my phone off. We don't want beeps. Metabolic syndrome is diagnosed when a person has 3 or more of these risk factors. Metabolic syndrome also leads to lots of other health problems: fatty liver disease, polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. I had that diagnosis in my 20s. All symptoms were gone, okay? Also erectile dysfunction in men. The treatment and management of metabolic syndrome is adopting a healthy lifestyle, including a balanced diet, getting regular exercise, and maintaining a healthy weight. Remember the treatment and management, because I think you're going to hear a pattern and a theme here. Insulin resistance. Sometimes people get confused. They're all very, very similar, and they have to do with how your body is utilizing sugar, okay? Insulin resistance is a condition in which the body's cells become less responsive to the hormone insulin. Yes, insulin is a hormone, and the job of insulin is to help regulate your blood sugar level by allowing sugar, which is glucose, from the bloodstream to get into the cells for energy. And when we have insulin resistance, Causes for this could be extra body weight, a sedentary lifestyle, aging, or genetics. But a lot of times it's nutrition, because look at the treatment for insulin resistance: weight loss, exercise, and dietary changes. These are not diseases that we're stuck with. These are conditions that we can shift out of. And the treatments are all the same. So let's look at the third one: leptin resistance. Well, what's leptin? You may have heard of it. Leptin is a hormone produced by your fat cells, and it plays a crucial role in regulating your body weight and your metabolism. So it's super important. Now, leptin resistance is when the body becomes less responsive to the hormone leptin. So it's less responsive to allowing the hormone leptin to regulate your body weight and your metabolism. And it's often associated with insulin resistance, which can lead to metabolic issues such as obesity and type 2 diabetes. So studies show that obesity causes high levels of leptin, which acts as a pro-inflammatory cytokine and amplifies the process of insulin resistance. All these things are related. And now let's look at the treatment. Addressing both leptin resistance and insulin resistance is crucial for improving metabolic health. And this involves a healthy lifestyle. Let's get more exercise. Let's change our nutrition. Let's improve that. And we have the answer here. I was in full-blown metabolic syndrome. Most people think when they have a diagnosis of metabolic syndrome, insulin resistance, or leptin resistance, that they're doomed. And I'm here to say that you're not, okay? This is why we're seeing thousands of people globally have success with R3. Because number one, it stems from your healthy habits. The treatment is to adopt healthy habits. You might find your 1% change right here. So let's pay attention. Number one, you guys all get an A+ for habit number one: community. We're here, we're showing up, we have like-minded goals. And when we come together with like-minded goals, we are 3 times more likely, research shows this, to have more success. So we're here, we're together. Remember Donna Bates? She did every diet on the planet. She could lose weight, she gained it back. The change, the 1% change in Donna's story a couple of years ago was that she finally engaged in the R3 community. And that changes everything. So yes, we have an online community. It's amazing. We can meet annually at convention, at the summit. But the next step is bringing what you're gaining here and getting in your life and bring it to your own community in your town. Bring it to your people. Bring it to the people closest to you, because they need this. What are their options out there? And they're going to feel communities number one, and these are in a certain order. So number 2 is nutrition, and we're going to go through the 5 principles of R3 tonight. It's about developing healthy hunger patterns and eating habits. Number 3, supplementation. We know that supplements do make a difference, and we have the best. Make sure that the supplements you're taking, and we can be sure that they're backed by science, actually 4 independent studies, to make sure that they are reducing exercise-induced inflammation and slowing down the rate of free radical activity. The beautiful thing about R3 is that we're not telling you what to eat, how much, or which supplements to take. You get to choose. Maybe the Heart Health Peak Performance Pack is best for you, or maybe the Metabolic Pack is best for you, or Bone and Joint. I need everything. I take the Peak Performance Total Longevity, and I supplement with a couple other things. So tonight I'm drinking the collagen with an Activate C because I am traveling a lot and I don't want to get sick. You get an A+ right now for habit number 4 if you have a water bottle next to you, and I wish I could see you right now, in arm's reach. Hydration is key. Hydration affects immunity. Your lymphatic system is primarily made up of water. Your T cells, disease-fighting cells, are circulating your body, doing their job, keeping you healthy. If you're not hydrated, they're not flowing very well, and you're probably not super healthy. Hydration helps your energy, your brain, your metabolism, your digestion, and your skin. Super important. Drink 8 to 10 glasses a day, more if you're working out and sweating. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends that you exercise for 150 minutes a week. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, park further away from the grocery store, get a couple more minutes, 150 minutes a week, dance in your kitchen. We have live exercise every night in the R3 group at 7:30 p.m. Central. People are showing up rowing, walking, dancing, doing sit-ups, weight training, and it's just a group hanging out together in community, working out, and it's fun. My favorite habit is silence. And I've been practicing 30 minutes of silence for 18 years. Research shows that people who practice silence are more focused on their mission because there's less distraction. I know it's played an important role in my life. People are also more creative. 2 minutes of silence actually reduces blood pressure and heart rate. Start with 1 minute, start with 3. Before you know it, you'll train your brain to not engage in all those thoughts, and you can just silence yourself, especially when needed. Last one, sleep. 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. We schedule meetings. We all showed up at the same time. We schedule meals. We schedule hair appointments and all the things. We need to schedule sleep. When you go to bed, when you wake up, that's step one. And we work on these habits in the R3 community, and we can go deeper and deeper for a long time. So it takes a while to get good at all the habits. Maybe you found your 1%. What is R3? If you're new, R3 is a 6-week nutrition plan broken down into 3 2-week phases: reset, reintroduce, and real life. We're not counting calories. We're not counting grams or keeping a journal or any of that. We are following 5 principles. I'd like you to write down these 5 principles and then come into the R3 group to learn more and practice. Number 1, stay away from the foods on the no list as best as you can because they are high on the glycemic index. They convert to sugar quickly, they're addictive, and they're keeping us in fat storage mode if we're eating too much. Number 2, start your day with a protein. Within that first hour of waking up, eat that protein according to hunger. Number 3, eat foods from the yes list according to hunger, preferably with a protein every 3 hours. We're training the body. That is the foundation of R3 for all 6 weeks. In weeks 3 and 4, we add the 4th principle, reintroduce. We learn how to reintroduce foods from the no list in moderation, and we start with complex carbs. And you get really good at staying in the reset phase of fat burning mode by not bringing in too much because you're getting in tune with your body and you're attracted to foods that give you energy. And then the final principle is in real life. Number 5, you must eat a meal of your choice and total pleasure. And then you repeat the 6 weeks until you get really good at fueling your body. And it takes time and it takes practice. R3 is based on science and psychology. The psychological part is that you need a meal of pleasure to stay with this for the rest of your life. And then you grow in the virtue of temperance. Yes, I can eat anything I want, but I don't want too much because I like the way I feel. I like having energy. And when I get sloppy, I don't need to know what phase I'm in when I'm living at my goal weight. I just need to reset for a couple days. R3 is super simple, and that's why people keep coming back to it. I hope you're taking notes here. Here's the yes and the no list foods. They're based on the glycemic index. The yes fit list is huge. It's 1.5 pages. The no list is small. And they're not bad foods. It's just that the addiction to sugar and carbs is not great. But we can eat sugars and carbs in moderation. We can train our body to get really good at burning them off. And that's what R3 is about. Melaleuca products are here to support you on this journey. The products on the left are all reset friendly, which means they're great options for week 1 through 6. The products on the right are great options for weeks 3 through 6, and you can pick and choose, okay? No one's telling you what to get. It's your choice. If you're diabetic, if you're gluten-free, if you're soy-free, if you're dairy-free, if you're carnivore, if you're plant-based, if you're vegetarian or pescatarian, you choose your foods. This is the science of weight loss. This is the science of keeping your body out of fat storage mode and into fat burning mode. We teach you how to swap foods in recipes. We teach you how to read labels. You know, the yogurt on the left is Greek, but the yogurt on the right has more protein and less sugar and carbs. So labels are important as well. We have daily healthy habit trackers in the group that help you grow in all 7 of the habits. For example, community. Who are you connecting with this week? Who do you need to forgive? Who do you want to volunteer somewhere? You know, we take you through the habits on a deeper level. And then if you're not yet in the R3 Weight Loss Plan Facebook group, I invite you to go there and we will approve you in the group tonight. As we revisit the habits right here, I hope you can identify one that needs a 1% change right now. Right now, I've been traveling a lot. My biggest 1% change is that I need to drink more water. I also can't skip my PM pack and I need more exercise. But I'd say the biggest one is water. That 1% change will give me more energy, and then I will want to exercise, and then it will motivate me to take my supplements. So everyone's different, what motivates you, but it's a 1% little baby change that actually changes the trajectory of your health in 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years. I'm going to bring on a couple guests right now. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I'm going to go first to Nadine. You guys each have 1 or 2 minutes, and I just would love for you to share who you are. I know, Nadine, you are from Michigan, and you're a Director 3. Welcome. Thank you for being brave and sharing your story. But Nadine, what has your R3 journey been like?
It was slow at first, gotten faster. I'm down 86 pounds. I got off all my insulin and all of my cholesterol and blood pressure medicines thanks to R3.
Time at 86 pounds. And then how long after you started following R3 that your doctor allowed you to get off insulin? So I'm assuming you were obviously type 2 and you're no longer type 2 diabetic.
Right. And I'm a nurse, so I didn't do it the right way. I did not tell my doctor every single thing along the way. I got my labs done, went to the office, and he said, "Oh, your medicine's working good." And I was like, "Well, not really."
Okay, all right. My advice, you're a nurse.
Not the right, not the right way.
Listen to your doctor, listen to your
Yes.
doctor. 86 pounds, you're off insulin. What else do you want to share about R3 in your life?
It's made me not have to think about food. So I made it and don't ever think about it anymore. It used to be a constant, and now not at all.
Yeah.
So it's been really good mentally.
I hear that from a lot of people. Your relationship with food has changed. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Nadine. I'm going to go to Allison Harmon from Georgia. Where are you, Allison?
Hi, Susan.
Hey, girlie. How are you? How's it going? Why don't you share your R3 story?
Okay, well, I kind of was watching from the sidelines for a bit because I was scared because I had been on every diet ever known to man. And I had weight loss surgery over 21 years ago in 2003. But I had gained weight.
Did you gain it?
And
Did you gain the weight back?
I came within 40 pounds of my highest weight.
Wow. Okay.
So I started my R3 journey at 310 pounds, and I've now lost 109.6 pounds.
109 pounds. My goodness. What would you say changed the most now that you're able to keep it off? Like what happened?
How I think and feel about food.
Yeah.
And I'm not, scared. You know what? No shame. No shame, no guilt.
Yeah, Allison, I love that you said that because that's the psychological aspect of R3. You're learning how to eat. Your relationship with food has changed and you're okay. Like you're okay if you want a brownie once in a while. You just come right back. Like you have the freedom now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Super cool.
And I do like brownies.
So me too. All right. Thanks for sharing. I'm going to go to Juliana next. Juliana Bongiorno. Where is she? Let's go to Juliana Bongiorno. Love that name. Bongiorno. There you are. Juliana is from Connecticut. Oh, I forgot to say, Allison's from Georgia and she's a D7, Director 7. And I wanted to say that because Juliana, you just became director and you're from Connecticut. So
yes.
Before you get into your story, just give me a teaser. Did R3 have anything to do with you achieving director?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so now share the story. Share your story with us.
So I was on Ozempic for about 10 months and I'm injured from the GLP-1 drug.
Mm.
I developed a heart condition, reactive hyperglycemia. I gained 3/4 of the weight back and also developed intense depression and mood swings.
Wow. Okay. So when did you find R3?
I found R3 actually a year ago, but I really didn't want anything to do with it because I was so distraught about diets and weight loss and hurt, very much hurt, um, that I just really didn't want anything to do with it. But it kept coming back and circling back in my life through different venues, different areas. And then I was able to say, okay, I got to take a look at this. And as a health coach, I did, and I just fell in love with it, and it saved my life. It literally saved my life.
Wow. Wow. How I'm so glad you found it. How have you changed mostly from being able to say that it saved my life? That's pretty big. That's pretty deep.
Well, I no longer, and with the help of the Melaleuca and the R3, products and everything, my heart condition's gone. The reactive hyperglycemia is gone. The
Wow.
depression is gone. And gradually the weight is coming off, but I know R3 works. So I implement that program with people that I work with. Yes. So,
That's awesome. That's so good. How's your relationship with food now?
oh my goodness. So it's actually fun because I used to have an eating disorder. So very concerned as to how R3 was going to work. And that was part of the injury with Ozempic. It brought back a lot of the eating disorder tendencies, and that's pretty destructive. And so that was one of my biggest concerns also. But the psychology behind R3 really helps with the mindset of losing weight and the addiction and emotional eating. And that just really helped so much mentally.
Thanks so much for sharing. Love you. I'm going to go to our last guest. We actually have time. So let's go to Maria Avalar. Hey, Maria's coming on. Can't wait to hear her story. Maria, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
Let's
you
see.
put your
Can I,
camera on. You put your
let's see
camera
if
on.
I can start. Oh, start my video.
There you go.
There.
Awesome. Okay, Maria,
Yes.
where are you from?
I live in the Oregon coast.
Or okay, and where are you at?
Yeah.
Do you build a Melaleuca business?
Yes, I am. I'm a D3, Director 3,
Awesome.
trying to get to D4. And
Awesome.
during fast track, I'm in the fast track too. So we're doing pretty good. We have 63 points in our team. So
Awesome. Share your R3 story with us. What would you like everyone to know?
well, I would like everybody to know that it's the best way to have good habits, create great healthy habits with food and with yourself. For me, my eating habits was a disorder. It was just like sometimes I went without eating until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I would eat big meals, and then wouldn't eat until like really late at night. Very bad habits that made me not sleep well. My energy was not good. So I started R3 in June of last year. That was my first one after convention, and I did pretty good. And I enjoyed it, and I started feeling way better, like more energy, more energy. I started to know how to eat, like I got to know my hunger needs, like you say it, how hungry are you? And I'm learning how to eat with conscious. That's what I told my girls that are doing it with me.
Have you been able to help others with R3? What's going on with that in
Yes,
your business?
definitely. I'm at this network mixer of a bunch of girls, that they're creating their business here in Portland. And they saw me and they were always asking me, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I told them and they said, can we do it? And I said, yeah, they're not very fluent in English and they don't understand very good English. But after I went to the summit, I said, okay, now I can guide you. So this is our fourth one we're doing here with different girls. And they're super
Wow.
excited. And every time more girls are coming along. Right now, there's two teams doing it. There's a group that we're all Melaleuca, where we're all doing the business, and there's another group of girls that they don't know Melaleuca, but some of them are getting to know because, you know, one of the habits, it's the nutrition in the supplements.
Yeah,
So,
good.
you know, I'm telling them the good supplements that we have, and there's been 4 of the girls that they already started using them, and they have great testimonies. And plus, we had our first meeting after our first 2 weeks, and they were really excited. One of them was like, she's always posting one day with no sugar, one day with no sugar, because she said she couldn't drink her coffee without sugar
Ooh,
or anything without sugar. So I'm very happy and very excited that
Awesome.
this girl are
so proud of
motivated.
you.
Yes,
Super
so
good. I'm so proud of you. Thanks for sharing. You're doing such a great job and you're helping so many people. We're going to wrap it up. It's 30 minutes. And as we wrap it up, I just want to, all the panelists, if you want to put your cameras on, you can. Allison, Juliana, Jessica, I just want to wrap it up because I just had a thought. Nadine, Juliana, you had such amazing success and you said with Ozempic and your heart and all this. What are the main products that you use, Juliana? Just unmute yourself.
Definitely the peak performance, the GC control, the electrolytes always in the morning, and just pretty much overall eating appropriately from the yes list. And
Okay, awesome.
that's it. Yeah.
Allison, what are your favorite go-to products, you know, since you've been following R3?
Sure. So first thing in the morning, either a Proflex bar or some other Proflex protein and some Greek yogurt. Of course, my Total Health Peak Performance and Sustain and Activate C together.
Awesome. Yes, I have my Activate C and my collagen right now. It's my go-to.
And FiberWise.
Oh, FiberWise. Nadine, what about you? What are your go-tos?
I have GC control in my coffee every morning. And for at work, I take a FiberWise with me. I like the portable ones that you can take with you. I take my vitamins in the morning, and
Which
then
ones?
I take
Which ones?
the cardiac, the heart health,
Peak Performance Heart Health.
the heart
Okay.
health peak, yeah. And then I take my collagen at night, and I munch on a couple almonds during the day while I'm trying to get through work because I'm a nurse. I can't keep food at my desk, so it makes it a
Okay,
little bit
cool.
difficult. But and then I meal prep, so I take the same thing every day all week
Cool.
long, and then I meal prep again on Sunday.
Awesome. Maria, which products are your main go-tos?
definitely peak performance, my collagen, and my electrolytes. Those 2, my GC, and not my GC, my collagen and my electrolytes in the morning during my exercise. Those are my to go in the morning, definitely.
Allison, you forgot one. I saw your face. Which one did you
Oh.
forget?
Yes, the collagen, and then also I've started to use the Access bars. Wow.
Yeah, energy. All right, guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I hope this was an amazing 30 minutes for you. And my real prayer is that you have a 1% change that you want to make in one of your habits, because it just takes that 1% to change the direction of your health. So thanks for sharing, you guys, the panelists, and thanks everyone for listening, and we will catch you soon. If you're not in the R3 Facebook group, please go to Facebook and request to join R3 Weight Loss Plan. And once you're in that group, stay tuned for April 1st. Now, it's not going to be an April Fool's Day joke. April 1st, I am announcing the second and final qualification that will allow you, hopefully, to qualify to attend the R3 Summit this August in Idaho Falls, the day before Idaho Falls Advance, which is August 8th, and August 9th is the advance. So write that down, August 8th, you want to be at the R3 Summit in Idaho Falls, and the second qualification will be announced April 1st. So have a great night, guys, and I'll see you in the R3 group. Bye-bye. Love you. See you.